Hi, welcome back to my channel. I have some very exciting news to share with you. As you know, I am pregnant. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I'm super happy about it. And I just want to share this journey with you and tell you a little bit of how I found out and what I'm going to do. This is going to be a pregnancy that may not be conventionally what a lot of people are doing. So I definitely want to share my vegan kind of twist to it and natural kind of way that I'm going to do it. But I will first tell you all about the pregnancy journey that I've had thus far. My husband and I, as most of you know, are professional performers, and we have wanted to have a baby now for some time. However, with what we do for work, it's very hard because we're out of the country for very long amounts of time, and it's not really an environment where you can take a child with you. The performance industry and the entertainment industry is very, I guess, antiquated in a way that they really, if you have a kid, you're kind of done for, which is horrible to say, but there's definitely an element of truth to that. Not every single company is like that, but a lot of them really, really are. So we waited for a very long time. I have just turned 36. The goal was to have the baby at 35, and that just didn't happen because we had so many back-to-back contracts. In October of 2016, we thought, okay, we have to do it. It's kind of like now or never. I don't want to put the baby at risk. I know that I'm very healthy, and I figured that everything would be fine, but I really didn't want to wait too much longer. So we tried, I'm going to count this as a month just according to my cycle, October, November, and then we tried November, December, and then we tried December, January, and that's when I got pregnant. If you've been following me for a really long time, then you know that one of the very first videos that I did was a video on taking charge of your fertility, where I explained how I had been charting my fertility in order to not get pregnant for a long time and using the Lady Comp as well in addition to writing out the charts. Okay, so I've been charting my cycle for now 4 years, something like that, and so I really felt like I knew when I was ovulating. I knew what my body was going through. I knew the symptoms, and that first month we tried, I thought for sure I was pregnant. I thought I was pregnant so much. I just knew it. Everything about the way that we planned it and the way that I felt was pointing all signs to pregnancy. And when I was not pregnant, when I finally got my period that month, I don't want to say devastated, but I was really upset because I just really thought that I was. I had breast tenderness. I was getting sensitive to smells. I just, everything that you hear about early pregnancy signs, I had. So when that didn't happen, I was slightly discouraged and really cautious then of what I thought was happening. And I just kind of downplayed every kind of symptom that I had. And then just with having sex a lot more frequently, I started to get all these really weird hormonal breakouts on my chin and neck. And I wasn't sure if it was because I was trying to take a prenatal vitamin or what the heck it was. But now I know, because I stopped the prenatal vitamin, I know it wasn't that, but it was just, I think, just hormones. There was a lot of activity going on down there, and my body was like, ooh, what's going on? So that was a lovely result of that. So again, in December, from November to December, we tried again. And I got my period, and I thought, oh crap, I don't want to be discouraged about this. I really don't want to be discouraged about it. I know people who it's taken a very long time, and they say you should at least try for 6 months because it's not always guaranteed that it's going to happen. You know, we spend so much of our life trying not to get pregnant, and then for you to just flip over and think that all of a sudden your body is going to just do this thing that you want it to do now. Sometimes it happens, but most of the time it doesn't happen right away. So if you're in that situation, don't be discouraged, don't be dismayed. Just kind of keep a cool head on your shoulders and just keep trying and not be too stressed out. Because then I thought, okay, maybe I'm just stressing over this too much. And I actually had a lot going on in my life at the time. And just things not going as I thought they were going to be planned to go as usual. Why do we ever get surprised? But I thought, okay, maybe I'm just stressed out and that's why I can't get pregnant. So then I just kind of let it go. The next month, this was December into January, I was like, you know what? I think that I had been watching so many videos on YouTube, and I thought, okay, I've heard about these ovulation kits. Maybe I should try that in addition to charting, in addition to Lady Comp, just to make sure. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe my ovulation window is, I'm missing it by just even 12 to 24 hours. Maybe I am, and it's not happening because of that. So then I started using those, and I'm going to show you what I used. And I used these basically for this last month, which is the month that we got pregnant. They are called Easy Home. And I got this on Amazon for $20. It's like a generic brand, but a lot of people had really great reviews about it. And then it comes like this, and all the blue ones are ovulation strips that you use to see if you're ovulating, and the pink ones are pregnancy tests. And they say that you should really just, you know, put these all on a piece of paper as you go, so you can make sure that the dark line is dark enough, which means you're ovulating. So what I did was started testing with my urine every morning before I knew that I was ovulating, and even after I knew that I was ovulating. So this is not a very organized chart, since most of the time I was doing this at 5 in the morning, but I will do a close-up of this so you guys can see what it looks like. But basically, so I started on 12/29, and that was day 7 of my cycle. By January 1st of 2017, I was starting to see major lines. So that was when I thought that, okay, I'm ovulating for sure. Now's the time. Let's try to make a baby. And then the lines decreased, but I just felt like, you know what, I just, for my own peace of mind, I just have to keep charting this and peeing on this little stick to make sure that maybe I'm ovulating later, or maybe it was just a fluke. So January 10th, 11th, and 12th, it looked as if I was ovulating again, which I hear can sometimes happen if you're starting to have sex more and more. It can actually trigger a second ovulation. Or, other theory, maybe I wasn't really ovulating the first time, but I was ovulating the second time. I don't know. Either way, both the first section of ovulation shows that I was ovulating, and the second section within the same month shows that I was ovulating too. So I'm pretty sure, because of where I'm at today, this second section of ovulation is where I got pregnant, which was on January 11th or 12th, something like that. And then, you know, you wait 2 weeks to see if you're pregnant. And in that 2-week time, I've been feeling the same things that I felt for the last 3 months, which is major breast tenderness, which is real bloating in my lower abdomen. I can feel like my ovaries, they just feel pronounced and painful. So I had all those same symptoms, and I thought, okay, again, it feels like I'm pregnant, but I don't want to freak out, and I definitely don't want to just go through this roller coaster of emotions all the time. So I just kept everything to myself. I just kept going and doing the things that I do every day. And then I had taken maybe, I don't know, a week after that last ovulation period, I took a pregnancy test, and it was negative. And I just was like, ugh, heart sink, and just being like, okay, you gotta just not let this make you go crazy. Just leave it alone and see what happens. So then when it was basically like the day before my period should come, I was like, I have all these pregnancy tests, like so many pregnancy tests are just flying around everywhere. Why don't I just test it? Like, it's going to just be a peace of mind thing for me. And I was like, there's so many. It was $20, just test it. You want to test it? Test it. So I tested it, and I waited the 3 minutes that you wait, and just as I was about to throw it in the trash because it was negative, I saw the faintest line. And I'll show you here, but this was on January 24th. A very faint line came up, and I thought, oh my gosh, maybe this is happening. I didn't say anything. I went to the gym like normal. I went to work. I came home. The whole day I'm like, what if I'm pregnant? What if I'm pregnant? What if I'm pregnant? The next day, January 25th, I wake up, I pee on a stick, and the lines are darker. They're darker than the day before, and I think, okay, I think I'm pregnant. Let me take another test. So I took not only this test from the Easy Home kit, but I also took a first response test. And then here was the result on that. And this says that I am for sure pregnant. So all in all, I believe I took 4 pregnancy tests, and they all came out positive. And I wanted to, I wake up really early to get everything in that I have to do. So it was like 5 a.m. when I was doing this. My husband wakes up maybe like 7 or 7:30. And so I was like, okay, well, I gotta go. I'll tell him later. But until then, I'll just leave these 2 things by his sink in the bathroom, and then he can see. Well, he went to the bathroom, never saw them. Anyways, so I came home and I was like, did you see what's going on in the bathroom? And he's like, no, what? And all sleepy. And I told him I'm pregnant, and he just like burst into tears, and we were both so happy. And those first couple days, this is like the third day now after I've tested that I'm making this video. And the first couple days, I just remember like driving with the biggest smile on my face to the gym and thinking, I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. Oh my gosh, I'm pregnant. And then thinking like, it doesn't feel real. And then like re-looking at this test so many times and being like, I'm pregnant. Oh my gosh, I'm pregnant. And just making sure that it didn't change back. I don't know why. I think I just, who knows, just over obsessing about it for too long. But I am pregnant, and I do feel bloating, and I do feel something going on down there, and I am peeing a lot. I pee a lot anyways because I have so many fruits and vegetables. So that was another symptom that I was like just trying to talk myself out of. I was like, you just had too much juice today and you're just peeing. But I'm peeing even more. Like, I'm taking this piano course at the college here, and I peed before I went into the piano class. It was a half hour into the piano class, and I was like, I cannot hold this anymore. So I peed, I came back, I left the class, and I peed again. So that's a little bit more frequent than normal. I can't even hold my pee for a half hour. My breasts are tender for sure, and I don't feel nauseous or anything like that yet, but I have had 2 instances where I've just had a very slight like wave of nauseous. So I know I'm very early on in the pregnancy, so I just need to kind of wait and see if if I'm imagining that or if it's really something. I know that you start to get morning sickness around week 6, so it's still very early, and I get that, and I'm just trying to be like calm and normal, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. I'm super excited. The baby will be vegan for sure. The baby, my plan is to have a midwife and to do a home birth. Those are something that I've wanted to do since I was a child. My mom had me at home, and I've seen the videos, and I just know that that's what I want to do, you know, barring any complications that I don't see happening. But I just feel really thankful and blessed, and I just feel I just feel really happy. And there was times when I thought, oh, I'm too old and it's probably not going to happen, or my window is lost. So I'm really thankful, and I'm thankful to God for blessing us. And if you are dealing with any of the things that I dealt with, or are my age and people are telling you you're too old, just keep trying. It's possible, and I can't wait to share this journey with you guys. And let me see if there's anything else I forgot. Oh, the last thing I want to say is I have this obsession for making sure that this baby is growing in the most nutritious environment ever. So I'd say that I'm fairly obsessed with with nutrition anyways, but it's really come to a whole new level. I'm like really charting out everything on Chronometer. I want to make sure that I'm getting enough nutrients in for the baby to grow healthfully. Right now it's the size of a poppy seed, so you know, you don't see any difference, but you know that it's there. And I just want to make sure that in this time of brain development, heart development, that it is getting the best possible nutrients that it can from me, and that I'm not giving it junk. So I will definitely be sharing more about what I'm eating, and I will be sharing just everything on this journey. I've definitely done a lot of research before this because I've definitely wanted this to happen for a long time. But I have so much more to learn. So all my moms out there, please feel free to give me any advice that you have in the comments below. And I look forward to sharing my journey with you. Thank you guys so much for being a part of it. Bye.